All new price predictions on these 10 stocks with new analyst support levels and resistance levels. We are back to the YouTube videos. First stock we're going to talk about is Qubt, SOUN. We're also going to talk about OKLO, Lululemon, RREN, Open, Lyft, probably Gemini and MU. So they'll all be in order of the stocks and the title, so you know exact one which comes after one. And let's just get straight into it. Smash the button, subscribe if you're new. Also, make sure you join the Discord team first in the description before prices go up. So QUBT, right? Quantum computing. A lot of stuff going on with quantum computing. They are on the rise right now, okay? So it's a very decent area. Now, two ways that I would kind of look to do it. Let's take all the levels off. And you also got to remember, this stock usually has these pops and it goes down. Has pops and it goes down, has pops and it goes down. So right now we are in that pop phase. We have to keep that in mind just in case, because it's not like a consistent type of moving stock, okay? Resistance level that we have not really broken yet, but we've tested it, is right above where price is around 22.80, right? So we have to break that. I would say our target that I would kind of look out for is about $30, like a bigger target I would kind of look out for. So as it's moving now, option wise is very risky. So option wise, I'd probably wait for it to get around $26 and then trade it to $30. But shares wise, we have a smaller support right around $20.25. How I would play it is I would probably get shares around the area that we are in now, especially with the nice push that it's been having, right around $21.30, kind of around this range. And how I would play it is if it broke support, I would cut it, lose about 4.5%, or look to hold it to continue this movement and get up to a 30 range, which is over 40%. So it's a decent area for shares. Thinking about it, might do it sometime this week. We'll see. All live in the Discord. We'll go over that. But that's kind of like the analyst. I'm looking out for it. And if it keeps this trajectory, it always comes down, holds support and goes up. Comes down, little support there, didn't really touch it, goes up. Came down here, touched support, went up, came down again, touched support, and it seemed like it might want to go up again off of that support movement. So that's what I'm looking out for, QUBT. Let's go over SOUN, and we'll have another video later around 6 p.m. Central Time. That's when the next video will come out, probably on some bigger names, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, and so much more. But yeah, so SOUN, I don't have a clean support just yet on SOUN, but I do have like a smaller resistance level I'd watch out for, right around like 1865. We can watch out for that. So let's put that on our chart. Support level, I'll probably take it off for now. Not really worried about support, but we want to see is when do we get the strength to break back like a smaller resistance level, because we have a secondary resistance level, which is I think bigger resistance at about $20.15. So this one has a little more resistance areas than QUBT does, and also it is closer to the bigger resistance areas. Very large movement as well, with no real pull down in here as in red candles. So a nice little slowdown period somewhere in here would be a little more beneficial in this range. If it kind of breaks this resistance level, it might want to push up to 20s, but I really don't see like a play on SOUN right now. OKLO, getting some nice strength. An industrial machinery type of group area, but let's take all our levels off right here. OKLO is literally at all-time highs, right? So something that's at all-time highs needs to have like a decent type of pull down. If it has the pull down, I think if it can get below 120, that'll be a little more optimal area. I might try to get shares to get like a reversal out of OKLO. That's pretty much it. I don't have like support resistance levels, at least not right now. Nothing bigger that's really really curious. So we'll see how we move today. I don't see any buying in this range right now, but if we get a pull down, that might lead to more buying. If we kind of just keep going up, then I don't really see a play on it right now. Lululemon is finally having a strong reversal. We did have Lululemon shares. We actually sold. We didn't sell Lululemon shares. We actually did puts on Lululemon on this day on February 12th. So now we're break even on our shares. And then once Lululemon came and broke that resistance level, we actually played the reversal on Lululemon, all options. So now our shares that are down, we're actually technically up on Lululemon, and I can hold the shares forever, right? So I'll just be holding those shares until Lululemon turns back bullish and gets to rise up. There's no rush now because we made all our profit off the options. So that's why I say whenever you join, make sure you join the team first in the description. Today I scalped AMD for about 8%. I did Google for 3%. You can see the plays I did yesterday as well, about 5 scalp plays. Also the swings, I sold about 20% of my Lululemon calls for over 94%. So you see how the wins is taking over from, like, say we had shares and we were down on shares. Say we had shares in the 300s or so forth. Say we're down 30-40% on shares, whatever dollar that amount is, right? So say it's down $700 of the position, we made more than that off these option plays, right? So it's like the way I hedge stuff. I don't really do hedge plays, but I play stocks, the same stock that I'm down on. If it has good entry levels in a play, I'll play it down or up to make that money back from the shares, and then we just hold the shares forever pretty much. But yeah, we are in Lululemon reversal calls, is doing very good. I think there might be even bigger reversal Lululemon calls. We have a big resistance right here around 203.60, kind of far from where we are. So I'm playing it up into that. But I think once we break this area, that's when I'm going to do like bigger leap outdated call options and also probably average in some more Lululemon shares, okay? Because we want Lululemon back into the 500. So whenever that time comes, we'll be ready. But for now, we're having a slow reversal. And then I think the next bigger reversal is once we break that resistance level. But I want to throw that one in there. Iren, very good push that we're going up to. I would say we need a down day. This is also at all-time highs. Very nice strength. So pretty much every pull down is technically some type of buy on this stock in my eyes. We have two support areas. Depending on how we close today, this secondary support might change, but for now it's 46.35 and 42.40. Those are your areas of supports. I would say you need some type of redness, some type of softness in here. And then after it holds support, that'll be just kind of the move for it to go up past the 50s. That'll be kind of like the next target unless it hits it today. The $50 target would be kind of the range. And if it can get back down to like 45 or so, then you're looking for like a 10% gain on the higher side to up to the 50s, or maybe even potentially call options up there. But nice strength, pretty much just playing in the strength. And we'll know when the strength is because it's going to start breaking bigger support. So that'll be like the key sign that maybe it's ready to start coming down a little bit. And then if we look at open, so this will be like the sixth stock. We got about four more. Open did have some bigger pull down. So what we want to do is take all our levels off of open. We have a support area on open around $7.55. Your resistance level on open is probably around $9.65. So these are your areas. I don't see any buys that I would do on open right now. I just have these levels for now. If it comes back up and breaks this resistance area with strength, meaning it has a long way to kind of do that, then maybe it might want to start reaching back up to the $11, maybe even the $12 type of range. But decent pull down. We just need some strength to come back up, break resistance areas. That's showing more strength, and then just kind of play it in that strength. But these are the two levels I'm looking out for on open. Let's go over the Lyft, man. Lyft is pretty stalled. We're not really getting, let me take this alert off. We're not really getting any movements off Lyft since that nice big push up. It's kind of just being a little bit slow in here. So the only thing I really have off Lyft, I don't see any like buys or anything like that on Lyft right here, is a resistance area about $22.55. That's about it. Okay, I don't see buys. I don't see puts, calls, nothing. We need Lyft to kind of move a little bit more because it is very high, and you don't want to catch a falling knife just in case it wants to drop a little more out of here. So I would say for it to show strength, it would have to come back up and break that resistance first. Then I'll start looking for more upside on the higher prices. And I can also go over Uber real quick. Let's update all Uber levels since it did hit that $100 price target. I would say you have, because Uber hit all-time highs, resistance 99.20, and then also your support is around 94.65. So these would be the two areas I watch out for Lyft. Again, I really don't see much. Well, Uber, I don't see much on Uber right now. Break resistance, look for it to go back to all-time highs. Break support, might have a little more softness in it. And then let's check. How is Gemini doing? Gemini's pretty slow. Might need some more time. I don't see nothing on Gemini right now. Also, Micron had earnings. They pretty much beat on some metrics, but they are down. We'll see. I think their revenue, the revenue did about a 46% increase year over year, which is very good. But they had a nice little down day. So we're going to see if if MU wants to go back up to the all-time highs. We have a smaller resistance, so it would probably have to break this resistance level first, and that resistance level is right around like 166. So I would say that would be like the key area that I'll be watching. If it does come back up and break that, then that might be the sign to probably like get some swing calls for the all-time highs. Other than that, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's about 9, 10 stocks. We'll keep it right there. Nice short video. Next video coming around 6 p.m. Central Time. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you guys join the team. Our price is so low. You got the monthly, the yearly, and lifetime membership that comes with personal training. Or if you want to join the training by itself, which will be next Saturday, make sure you join right there, okay? So yeah, make sure you join Discord. Always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see here in the video. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.